Hi, everyone. And I wanted to do this short YouTube video explanation for our second discussion board in our legal and ethics class. First of all, again, this is the second of two discussion boards. Starts today, Wednesday, February 9th, and it will conclude in a week, excuse me, on February 16th. It is based on this very short article, Perspective, which was published in the New England Journal of Medicine in January of this year, and it has to do with COVID vaccination. COVID vaccination for adolescents mainly, but the authors are making the case that adolescents, defined as children aged 12 to 17, should be able to decide themselves. So this is a case of decision making, whether or not they should receive the vaccination. And so what I'd like you to do, because it fits very well into our content topic of consent today. It's consent and decision making, is to make a case in the discussion board in favor of or against adolescents deciding for themselves about whether to receive the COVID vaccine. That decision could be yes or no. Now, this is an issue right now. It is a very present issue, even though I sense that the idea of COVID is disappearing from the headlines. It's still very much a real issue. You know, as all of us, especially whether you're in a place of healthcare or other places, are wearing masks. I think I have about 10 of them here in my office. I'm going to ask you to do this as well. Make a case from an ethics perspective. Now, I know that some of you or all of you probably have different feelings and reactions to this, but I'm asking you to think about this from the purpose of the perspective, from thinking about it as a notion of discussion, perhaps adding in some other perspectives as well, but from an ethics and a legal perspective. The focus is on consent and decision-making. Now, if you're like me, you also probably have a personal perspective on this. We were all between the ages of 12 and 17 ourselves. We know people, we're related to people who are, let's say, kids who are between the ages of 12 and 17. My youngest kid is 14, and so she falls right in the middle of this. I'm going to ask you, as tough as it might be to take yourselves and perhaps those of you who are parents or uncles, aunts, or whoever, brothers, sisters, out of this, although it's a hard thing to do. And because I think it's also a timely issue, and this impacts all of healthcare and I think society as well. So I'm going to put these comments into the discussion board and the question. Looking forward to a good week on the discussion board. I thought it would be beneficial to let you hear from my voice, really the scope of this second and final discussion board. All right, folks, we'll see you on the discussion board. Take care. Bye.